Kristy, how important is it for a company like Coles to have a sustainability strategy in today's commercial environment?
I think it's essential for businesses in today's commercial environment to have a sustainability strategy. When I was studying, we were looking at resources and we're looking at if we continue to consume in the way that we're consuming, within 30 years we're going to start running out of resources. So by 2050 we would need 3 planet Earths to continue to consume the way we're going. So since we only have one, it's probably best that we do something about our sustainable practices and what we're doing moving forward.
Now, how is Coles going in improving its sustainability performance?
We have some really strong internal goals in place for 2020. We're looking at our waste and we're looking at basically our whole operations, and we're starting to look at the way that we do things from end to end. So we're looking cradle to cradle rather than just focusing on profits or sales and those sorts of things. We're looking at our entire process, which is really important.
One of your stores was awarded a Green Star rating in 2015. What does that mean, and are you going to apply that nationally?
Absolutely. So that was our Hallam store. They got a 4 Green Star rating, and it's an optional green certification, building certification, that you can build to make sure that your buildings are sustainable. So we got a whole heap of learnings out of that, and there's definitely things that we're already rolling out into stores. So things like air conditioning, LED lighting, and even things like capturing that heat from the air conditioning and using that to heat other parts of the store. So all of those sorts of things are now being rolled out across all of our renewals and all of our new stores, and it absolutely has saved a lot of money and energy, and obviously in other sustainable ways.
It's interesting, we did a story on Smart Money on Sky News looking at your North Coburg store, where you've moved to natural refrigerants for both your HVAC as well as your refrigeration, and you're looking at 20 to 30% savings.
Right.
So I guess, how important is that, getting that balance of making sure you're doing the environmental thing, but also you're saving a lot of money at the same time?
Well, the beauty of a lot of these sustainable initiatives is that they do save you money. They save you money in product, they save you money in energy. So that's the beauty of doing these things. And so when you start researching these things and looking at what you can do, often it does pay off. And so it puts a really good business case forward to be able to do these things. Yeah.
Talking of good business practice, good business case, Coles has really led the way over many, many years on recycling. When it comes to waste, has recycling become an income stream for you?
Absolutely has, yeah. So all of our plastic pallet wrapping and all of our cardboard, we recycle all of those. Also our waxed cardboard boxes and polystyrene boxes and those sorts of things, all of those sorts of things are an income stream for us.
Now, packaging using sustainable materials is a really big growth area. What is Coles doing on that side?
Okay, so we're using Plantech for our meat trays now, for all of our mints, and that's like a combination of a corn resin and a recyclable plastic, so they can be put into curbside recycling. A lot of those containers beforehand they couldn't be recycled that way, but now they can just be recycled through your normal recycling stream, which is fantastic.
Now, you're also working with an AWRE partner called Second Bite.
We are.
Tell us about that relationship. Why is it so important to Coles?
Second Bite is such a fantastic organisation. They're a community organisation, so they come and pick up any of our organic waste that I guess is not pretty enough to sell, but still good enough to eat. And they take this, all of this organic stuff and some bakery items, now some meat, we've added that into the program as well. And they take it to things like soup kitchens and the Paran Mission in Melbourne. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but it's a great organisation. And they use it to give to people, homeless, refugees or families that need help. And that's happening more and more these days. So,
now tell us, for a company just starting out now, who's just starting into a sustainability policy, what advice could you give them?
I think looking at the UN 17 Sustainable Goals is a really good place to start. It looks at social, it looks at environmental, it looks at all sorts of things, and I guess a lot of businesses over the world, especially big business, are looking at these now as pillars of where they need to go. And so it's really great, I think, for businesses starting out to look at those places and start their policies from that spot. My name is Kristy Green. I'm the Sustainability Program Manager for Coles, and I'll be presenting at the AWRE Seminar Series. Very much looking forward to seeing you there.